Yo, 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 you already know what time it is. It's your boy Maki, and you are now tuning in to episode number 174 of the Maki and Kane podcast. So, with that being said, I'm going to pass the mic over to Kane, let him say what he got to say, and then we're going to be talking about the results of UFC 295.
You already know what time it is, man. We're back here to serve some more game on the ground for them hungry hands who just got the pound and are ready for the next round. With that being said, man, make sure y'all grab your snacks, your drinks, your weed, whatever the fuck the case may be. And we're gonna jump right into this bitch, so let's get into it.
So, bruh, Alex Pereira really did. I wouldn't say the unthinkable because I think anybody with half a brain, could comprehend and predict the fact that, he's an absolute out of this world combat martial artist and he's capable of greatness. I mean, this dude's on his 11th fight now after this recent victory, and he's now a two division champion. It was a very, very interesting, high profile, hype ass fight. I mean, from the walkout to the moment that they got in the ring, you knew it was going to be a showdown. And Yuri did a great job, especially coming back from that shoulder injury. But man, Alex Pereira literally took a page out of Israel Adesanya's book and played possum, and it paid dividends. So first, we're going to talk about the main event, then we'll talk about the co-main event with Tom Aspinall. But what did you think about that? And also, what did you think about Alex Pereira calling out Izzy? Now, Izzy, he's pretty much just laughing and saying, "Last time I checked, nigga, you were asleep." And it's like, bro, he's over here acting like a hoe. He only won one time and he lost three times. I think he just doesn't want to fight him because he's scared. So I want to hear what you think about the whole fight. Um, Also, one more thing. I liked Yuri's approach before the fight and after. He's a true warrior and he really kept the samurai code to the fullest. He didn't sit there and try to make excuses about an early stoppage. He went out on his shield and you got to respect it. And he said that he's going to be back. And I respect the man. And I really like his character. And if he wasn't fighting Alex Pereira, if he was fighting anybody else, I would have went for him. And I'm very excited to see Alex fight either Jamal Hill, but more so I'd rather see him fight Israel Adesanya. So with that being said, Kane, break it down. As we know, that's your favorite fighter.
Yeah, man. I thought the fight was amazing. I'm glad it went the way that it did. Alex is a fucking monster, bro. And like, there's nothing that he can't do when it comes to being in that ring. Israel don't want to step back into the ring with him because he's fucking scared. He just sits back and laughs, but he laughs out of fear. He laughs out of horror, out of getting back in that ring, and he's scared for it. He's scared to get back in the fucking ring. So that's why he just sits back and laughs. That's what I think. But the way he knocked out Yuri, boy, he sat there, elbowed him over and over again. I was like, damn. Then he fell backwards. Everybody's saying that it was an early stoppage. It wasn't no early stoppage, boy. It was, even Yuri said that he was out. He could feel himself losing conscience. So yeah, man. He owned up to it. That's just what you're supposed to do as a real fighter. Instead of sitting around making them excuses, you're supposed to own up to the fact that you lost. And that's exactly what he did. So shout out to Yuri for just doing what he did, even though he lost. And shout out to your boy Alex Pereira for being a fucking monster and winning that fight. I want to see him fight Israel Adesanya again, but that's just me. But I don't know what anybody else thinks. I don't really give a fuck what anybody else thinks. But I want to see him watch. I want to see him fight Israel Adesanya again. I can't fucking talk. I want to see them two fight again. They're like Godzilla versus Kong. They got this outstanding rivalry with each other. This shit's funny.
Imagine if they end up fighting at UFC 300 next year. Where Conor McGregor's going to be on that fight card. Imagine Izzy and Alex on that fight card. Imagine how fucking packed that card is going to be. UFC 300.
Oh, dude, that shit would be fucking insane.
Facts, bro. So now I want to talk about the co-main event. Tom Aspinall, he's a different type of heavyweight, bro. Like he's a just different type of fighter. He's so real with it. He lets you know, bro. I was fucking scared when I got in there. He said I was fucking scared. Afterwards, he fell. If you didn't watch the fight and you just saw that after clip of him on the ground, you would have thought his ass got knocked out because he literally fell to the ground and was just so excited. Both of those dudes were dogs, bro. It was literally who delivered the power strike first, and it just happened to be Aspinall, and he's now the interim heavyweight champion. Now, I want to know what you think about his performance, his vulnerability as a fighter, and what you. It's unique to me, and what you think about it. And then also, if Stipe and John Jones, when they do, not if, but when they fight, if John Jones doesn't retire, who do you favor if Tom Aspinall and John Jones fight? Because boy, I am not gonna lie, I'm taking John Jones, but Tom Aspinall is light on his fucking feet for a 260, 65 pound, 6'5" man. So, what did you think about the fight and all that, and the possibility of him fighting John Jones and John Jones knocking out another generation before he fucking retires, bro? John Jones has been champion. He's been defending his belt since GTA 5 first came out.
That's fucking wild, bro. I thought it was a good fight. You know, you could tell that it was very important to him that he won. You know, he was having a roller coaster of emotions. He had tears of happiness, tears of shock, tears of like, did I just fucking do that? You know, we all get that feeling when we do something that we didn't think that we were gonna end up being able to do. And he said that if you're afraid to do something, just fucking do it because you never know what the outcome might be. And that's 100% facts, bro. If you're afraid to do something, just fucking try it. You know, a lot of people, they don't try new shit because they're afraid of what might happen. And he is the living example of just doing it, just fucking getting in there and doing it. So yeah, man, he's a great fighter. I don't know, but him versus John Jones, I don't know. I have to look at more of both their fighting styles and see who I think would win because I haven't seen very much of either of them fighting.
Facts, man. So, with that being said, before we get on to our next topic, man, how excited is everybody for UFC 296? That whole card from bottom to top, top to bottom, is stacked with pure fucking firepower. And the grand finale is going to be Kobe Chaos Covington versus Leon Rocky Edwards. How excited are you for the UFC event next month to close out this what seems like a fucking blur of a year?
Man, there's all types of shit going on as far as sports and shit
Oh,
goes.
and Jake Paul's fighting next month.
Like I said, but there's all types of different shit going on as far as
Oh,
sports and
and
shit
Francis
goes.
Ngannou's boxing again next month.
Like I said, but there's all types of shit going on within the sports fighting
Oh shit, and
this
Donald
year.
Trump getting ready to run for president.
Everything just going on, man. You can't make the shit up. I'm excited to see it. I don't think I've actually seen any of Colby Covington's fights, so I'm gonna have to look some of them up. I've just heard that he's a fucking badass fighter, so
You saw his fight versus Jorge Masvidal where he completely dominated him from start to finish.
I'm gonna have to watch that again because I don't remember off the top of my head. But
You
yeah,
saw
man,
Leon though.
shit's crazy, man. Yeah, I've seen Leon. The shit's just crazy, man. There's all types of crazy shit going on that I mean, you know, it's funny because a lot of people. This is something that I came to realize is that a lot of people feel like they need to go out somewhere to go watch something. But me, bro, I'm just like, what the fuck do I need to go somewhere to watch it for? Unless I'm going to the actual place to fucking watch it, I can just watch that shit from my house. Fuck going somewhere else. I just chill in my own place.
Facts, because they always got their own rules and stipulations. Like, bro, Ian Gary, that's another thing that I'm excited for. He's gonna be talking shit to Leon Edwards and Kobe Covington, even though he's fighting somebody else. But fucking, he even woke up today and he just now watched the fight. He said, "Yeah, I didn't watch it last night because I need my fucking sleep." Like, he doesn't care that much. Oh my gosh, UFC 295's on. Everybody's watching. He's like, "Man, I'll watch it tomorrow. It's there. It was there last night. It's gonna be there tomorrow." A lot of people don't got their bills paid, priority straight, house clean, and nothing like that. But they going out to these restaurants to watch UFC events where you have employees that pretend that customers want to watch certain things. Lo and behold, they just want to watch certain things. Like, bitch, you don't get paid to watch TV. You get paid to make my food.
That's 100% fact, but that's the one thing that pisses me the fuck off. Is when people sit around and they say, "Oh, well, my manager said the customers they want to watch this." Nah, ho, you just want to watch that shit. Get the fuck out of here. That's one of the things that made me realize that, man, I can control my own shit from my own fucking house. I can turn it up as loud as I want to, and I don't gotta worry a damn thing about it. That's what I like about being able to watch shit from my own house. Fuck going to a restaurant.
Facts, man. So now we're gonna talk about people that are shells of themselves. You know, it's absolutely depressing to witness individuals that you had such high regard for. In some cases, you were inspired by, and whatever the case may be, just wallow in their own sorrow and live every day as if there's no hope for tomorrow. It's very unfortunate and it sucks. It angers you, it saddens you, it frustrates you, and various other of negative emotions. But at the end of the day, bro, you got to let go and let God, because the more and more that you try to awaken somebody that wants to be in a eternal slumber, the closer that you're going to get to falling asleep. Because the more that you expend energy trying to wake them up, the less energy you have to stay up. So it just sucks, man, because when you see people go into their shell and become hermit crabs, become turtles, become, all these things, it sucks. But that's reality. Reality sucks. Reality is not this gift wrapped Christmas present that's under a tree. It's really sticks and stones are just all over the place, and sometimes they snap, and sometimes they get thrown into the water, and sometimes they just remain where they are, but inevitably they do move. So with that being said, man, what do you have to say about individuals in your life or other people's lives that become shells of themselves, and what advice would you give to people struggling with coming to terms with reality that certain people they just don't need to affiliate with anymore?
We've all had people in our lives that have become shells of themselves. We've all had people in our lives who have fallen off. We have all had people in our lives who turned their backs on us. And it's just how it is, bro. There's really no advice that I can give you except for the fact that that's just how fucking reality is. I mean, the way I see it is if you sit around as a man and you cry about another fucking man leaving your life, are you homosexual? Like, come on now. That's the way I see it, bro. That's one thing I realized. It was like, cause I knew somebody who ended up doing the same shit. There for a while, I was like, I was angry, I was sad. I was like, what the fuck? And then I realized this is another grown ass man. What the fuck am I worried about another man for? You know? I mean, come on now. I'm like in my mind, I'm like, you trying to take this fool out on a fucking date or something? Like, come on now, bro. Like, it's another man. You can find, if it's a friend, you can find other friends anywhere. That's just how it is. If it was a brother, then that's tough. But at the end of the day, that's just how life is. People come and people go. That's just how it is. That's reality. You gotta accept it for what it is and not for what it ain't.
Facts. And I want to get praise to the Most High. What about when people say, well, you're supposed to love your neighbor? Let's go into depth about how everybody ain't my neighbor. If I live in an upper class neighborhood, ain't no monkey finna be living in the same neighborhood as me. So we need to elaborate a little bit more on love that neighbor. Yeah, we need to elaborate on that. So can you elaborate on that just to provide some clarity for individuals that act like we're supposed to accept everything like fucking Walmart? Like, no, bitch, the gas station doesn't accept food stamps.
From my understanding, love your neighbor means doesn't mean accept everything. It means to help them see the truth for what it is. Now, that don't mean that you gotta hang out with them. That don't mean that you gotta like them. I mean, if they say to sit there and they believe something, they're open to to the truth or something, and you tell them what it is. They might get mad at it, whatever. Cool, just move on. Don't get mad at your neighbor. Understand that your neighbor don't know the truth yet. You just fucking move on. That's just how it is. That's from my understanding. Everybody says you're supposed to love, you're supposed to accept everything, man. God's all love, God's all this. But what you don't understand is that God is also a man of war. So you got to remember that when the Israelites were in the desert, and Moses was up there on the mountain for the 40 days and 40 nights the first time, and he came back down and they were worshiping the golden calf, and all the Israelites who wanted to go their own way, guess what? They were killed. So no, God's not all love. He loves, yes, but he's not all love. He has fury, he has wrath, as well as love and compassion. You got to be able to understand where the two come into play, where the four different elements come into play at. A lot of people sit around and they have the mentality of, well, I can get drunk at the bar on Saturday and go to church on Sunday and I'll be fine because God's all love. That's living in ignorance. Uh, and that's just that, like, nah, bro, that's not it at all. You're living in straight ignorance. And also, to love your neighbor means that if you see your neighbor struggling with something, go help him out. That don't mean you got to sit there and talk with him for 10 hours. That don't mean you got to hang out with him. Go help him out for a minute and carry on with your business. That's another example of what love your neighbor means. Not sitting around saying that if you see your neighbor holding up a pride flag, you're supposed to support it. Like, hell no. Hell no. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, for real, man. So with that being said, that was a great build. We finna go ahead and get up out of here. The Market Show will be airing soon. I don't know if Kane's doing the show tonight. He already did one earlier, so if you missed it, well, catch you next time. So with that being said, we're staying ahead. Don't get behind, because we're staying ahead. So with that being said, man, let's start this week off the right way. Elevation, and don't forget to be in the spirit of humility and give the praise to the Most High. Let go and let God, boy.
That's 100% facts, man. Make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, your movies, your aunties, your grands, and everybody else that y'all know. I'm not finna get up on out of here. Fuck, I got the hiccups. Get the fuck out of here.